right. Welcome, welcome. Man, I got a good show for y'all this morning. And I am going to jump back on here tonight. My work schedule is short today. Oh, guys. Here we go. I was drinking some decaf coffee this morning for breakfast. Wow. Man, not even 8 o'clock yet. I know a lot of early birds. I know the UK people love this stream. Wow. We got it here in the morning, man. We're going to rock with me early this morning. Gotta know. We're going to rock with the coach early this here morning. Sink. My boy Sink is in the building. My boy Sink is in the damn building. LDBC, stand up. Stand up. Yeah. Man, that reminds me of that song, Sink. I say hands up by 50 Cent and Lloyd Banks. Adia. Put 'em up. 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 Shorty, you party with me and something. I don't even know the rest of the damn song. But that's okay. You know what song I'm talking about. Oh, man. Let's get into some MMA talk today. Let's just get right into the MMA talk. Henry Cejudo versus Aljamain Sterling. Man, you know, I've been looking at a lot of posts by Henry Cejudo. Sorry. And I will tell you guys why I call him Henry Cejudo in a minute. I gotta give respect where respect is due, even though Henry Cejudo don't respect us. But his fight IQ is off the chain. Henry Cejudo's fight IQ is off the chain. I gotta give it to him. This man can break a fight down to its molecular form. This man can legit take a fight, break it down to an infinitesimal form, and tell you exactly what the hell happened during the fight. And you have to respect that man's knowledge. That's all I respect about it. Other than that, I don't respect any damn thing else about this guy. Okay? But I think, me personally, I almost think I get the feeling that he's almost like not overlooking Aljamain Sterling, but he's kind of, hold on, guys, hold on. Take the seatbelt off for a minute. I had to re-up myself. Hold on, y'all, I apologize. Just bear with me. I know y'all hear that seatbelt sound and you hate it. I hate it too. Had to take it off for a minute to try to grab my my earbuds. Hold on. Oh, damn. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I don't think Henry Cejudo is overlooking Aljamain Sterling, but I do think that he's not really as respectful of Aljamain Sterling's skill set. But I think Henry believes that, hey, he's going to out-wrestle Aljo. I don't know about this. I think Aljo is physically stronger than Henry Cejudo. I think Henry Cejudo, to me, okay, I think he does have better fighter IQ than Aljamain Sterling. But I think Aljamain Sterling is physically stronger than Henry Cejudo. And I think that, some of those positions that Henry, may try to impose on Aljamain Sterling, he may be unsuccessful. That's all I'm saying. Neither one of these two got great stand-up. So I'm going to give the stand-up battle to Henry Cejudo. I think Henry Cejudo's stand-up is better than Aljamain Sterling. I think Aljamain Sterling may, okay? I think he may have a little bit of power in his right hand, but nothing to write home about, okay? Because you got power in your right hand, but you don't know how to perfectly face the strike. It's just what it is, I think Aljamain Sterling is more athletic than Henry Cejudo. I think Henry Cejudo has more speed than Aljamain Sterling. This is going to be a good fight, okay? This is not going to be a fight where it's very one-sided. This fight is going to be back and forth, okay? And to be honest right now, it's incredibly difficult to pick a winner. Now, who do I want to win? Aljamain Sterling, of course, because, Henry Cejudo took the racist route, and he called Aljamain Sterling Anjamama Sterling. Now, we already know that when you call a black person or anybody, call them an ape, a monkey, say, Anjamama, or, like you compare him to anything of racist, rhetoric, revisionist history, then that it triggers a point within the black community, and within the black community gets upset by this thing. Okay, I mean we can't get around it. Okay, that's just what it is. Okay, so I jumped off the Henry CEJUDO bandwagon a long time ago. I was a big fan. I was a really huge fan of Henry CEJUDO. And folks, I'm gonna take this conversation a little bit more over. It seems like, and I'm not being funny, but it seems like when I am a fan of a fighter that's non-black, it's like eventually they always end up saying or doing something racist. And it's like, okay, damn, okay? So who can I safely like where they don't insult me, where they don't insult my culture? Like, who do I safely like? Okay, I mean, I've safely liked Valentina for years, okay? Great. Okay? I've liked Valentina Shevchenko for years. Who else? I've liked Angela Unstoppable Lee for years. Hold on, guys. Getting hot in here now. Okay? Getting hot in here now. Had to roll the window down a little bit. I know it's getting hot. Yeah, I've been an Angela Unstoppable Lee fan for years, Karina Rodriguez fan for years, Talita Bernardo fan for years. I've been fans of these fighters for years. Years and years. A Rose Namajunas fan for years. Okay? And I started wondering, like, okay, and I started thinking, when are those fighters going to, tip the scale and start traveling that path of racist rhetoric? Okay, and that's what I think. And I'm sorry I have to think that way, but I was frustrated and pissed at the same time because I was such a Henry CEJUDO fan, huge fan, very huge fan, and I just don't think fighters to sell fights, they have to play the villain. They have to go the racist route. I think Henry CEJUDO was already entertaining as Henry CEJUDO. I think he was already entertaining. I think he was pretty much already selling fights. He didn't have to go on Twitter and start calling the man Unjamama. He really didn't have to do that. Okay? Henry CEJUDO was selling fights on his own. He was calling out Aljamain Sterling. Okay? He's calling the man out. And he's doing a damn good job of calling that man out. So I know when that rhetoric, when I start talking like this, I already know. It gets hot in here. But it is what it is. It gets hot in this room. It gets very hot in here. But I don't believe that Henry CEJUDO thinks that Aljamain Sterling can wrestle with him. Yep, and they call the man Triple C. They call him all this, but Aljamain Sterling is a freak of nature. He's an athletic freak of nature. And Petrian thought it was going to be sweet. But he legit now, I'll give Petrian credit. Okay? The first fight, he was winning that fight. And he was doing it damn easy against Aljamain Sterling. He was whooping Aljamain Sterling's ass. And so everybody thought that Aljamain Sterling was scared of him. And y'all know the whole story. Petrian, he went up there and he illegally kneed at his corner. Fire your corner, Petrian. He illegally kneed Aljamain Sterling at the advice of his corner while he was grounded. And of course, Aljamain Sterling, some people thought that he milked it and all this stuff. It don't matter because in the second fight, he whooped Petrian's ass. Okay? Aljamain Sterling whooped this man's ass. And then, of course, Petrian was crying and whining and complaining and all this other mess. And, but it is what it is. Aljamain Sterling whooped Petrian's ass in the second fight. Okay? So hands down, now the man's a champion. There's nothing else that you can say or do. Okay? He's not afraid of Petrian like everybody was running around here saying. They kept saying the man was afraid of Petrian and he whooped Petrian's ass. Okay? Came back. So now with all that done, okay, now we have Henry CEJUDO. Henry CEJUDO, they just believe, and you don't want a guy like Aljamain Sterling to really get a position on you because he's going to hurt you. He's going to hurt you. Okay, now, and I know y'all ask, who do I think wins this fight? Like, knowing what I know, and I put my biases and what I feel aside about the fighter, who do I think wins this fight? I think Henry CEJUDO wins this fight. I think CEJUDO wins. I'm one of those people that I'm the guy that's 70% mental and 30%, just emotion, okay? In a fight. When it comes to a fight, I've seen an emotional guy just take over emotionally and win, but it's not often. Okay, I always go. I put my money on the most technical fighter. Okay, the most technical fighter, they win fights. The person that don't go off the emotion, they win fights. Okay, it's not the person that's yelling and screaming and doing all of that. The time that person getting their ass. Okay, you see fights where people are being emotional and all this other stuff. That don't mean that. That's the cover up for the fact that they're getting their little stupid asses. That's what it is. Okay, that's the cover up that hey, I'm getting my ass whooped, so I better do something to let people know I'm still in the fight, that I'm still here. Y'all remember when damn Calvin Guitar was getting his ass whooped by Max Holloway. Remember when Calvin Guitar was Calvin Guitar was getting his ass whooped by Max Holloway, and the man started. He was in there like smiling and just like come on, let's go. No. You didn't want to go. You were getting your ass whooped by Max Holloway. You were embarrassed. Okay? Calvin Guitar was trying to fight on emotion. Max Holloway was fighting on pure skill and technique. Okay? Yeah, what's up, Simon? Yeah, George. I want Aljamain Sterling to win. I want him to. Unfortunately, I just think Henry Cejudo is a better technician. And I have to say it. Only because I'm gonna take my biasness out of it, like how much I don't like this guy, like how much I really truly don't like this guy. I don't like this guy Henry Cejudo. Okay, I used to be a big fan, but I gotta take that aside. I think Henry Cejudo is more of a student of the game, and I also think that Henry Cejudo is a better technician. That's just me. I think Henry Cejudo got better stand up. I think he's technically a better wrestler. And I think his fight IQ is better than Aljamain Sterling. But, and here's the intangible with Aljamain Sterling. That's an athletic mofo, okay? And when I say athletic, Aljamain Sterling is very explosive. He's very explosive. Like, he can get you and just really just snap you down. Now, Aljamain Sterling is superhumanly strong, okay? Aljamain Sterling is superhumanly strong. He's very, very strong. And when I mean strong, Ask Petr Yan what happened, okay? Ask him what happened. Petr Yan thought he was gonna come in there and just walk through Aljo. He thought that was going to happen. It didn't. He thought the second fight was gonna be like the first fight. Nah, Aljamain Sterling made good adjustments. He made some great adjustments, and he went in there and whooped Petr Yan's ass. Okay, and everybody was crying, "Oh, Aljamain Sterling. Oh man, he ducking Petr Yan. He ducking. He don't want to fight him. He don't want to do this." Well, I mean, what do you people have to say now? Because he went in there and whooped Petr's ass, and now what? Okay, for real. Now he's not a coward. He's not a coward anymore. Now, now it's like, oh, well, Henry Cejudo will beat him anyway. I want Aljamain Sterling to win. I do believe this fight is 60-40 in favor of Henry. But Aljamain Sterling got the intangibles. He athletic. He quick. Okay? And Aljamain Sterling, what you might believe, he got heart. He got heart. The man got heart. Now, you got people like Chael Sonnen running around talking about, well, hey, Aljamain Sterling, I felt like he, I kind of felt that he was milking this one, guys. I felt that he was milking this. Like, I felt like he could have got up, but he didn't. Like Chael Sonnen. That's what Chael Sonnen was doing. And a lot of people thought that. I don't think Aljo was milking it. I think Aljo did what Aljo did. Petr Yan was the one. What it is. What it is. Well, George, here's what I noticed about that. And George, he put up a comment. And here, George, I'm going to pin that comment. Okay? George, I'm going to tell you this, George. I think even racist white people will support anybody non-black as long as the black person gets beat up. And George, now I've heard that. I've seen that. You know, hey George, remember how everybody came to the defense of Manny Pacquiao? Remember how a lot of non-black people were supporting Manny Pacquiao? The majority of them white males. Remember that? Remember that? And I know you remember. A lot of white males supported Manny Pacquiao. Lots, a lot of them. And it's what it is. It was a whole black versus thing with Floyd Mayweather was in the sport of boxing. Now, Floyd now. Go figure. Now they love Floyd now. Because Floyd Mayweather made a couple of, anti-black statements. Black people need that kind of stuff. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, and George. And it come to find out that Manny Pacquiao, they would have won that prolonged fight when Floyd Mayweather all along was trying to make the fight. Crazy. How long? We waited, what, 6 or 7 years for that fight. And when the fight came to be, Floyd Mayweather schooled him. The fight was boring as hell. Floyd made $100 million on that fight, and man, everybody felt like a sucker. Everybody felt like a sucker. I feel like I wouldn't buy that crap. And I didn't buy it. But, again, Aljamain Sterling, okay, is a dude, okay? He's tough, he's rough, the man can fight. Aljamain Sterling is rough and tough. And to be honest, people say, well, you know how he got the belt. You know how he got the belt. He really didn't get the belt by beating PENA. Actually, in the second fight, he beat him. But the first time, I know what people are saying, the first time, he didn't get the belt, the way he's supposed to get it. Well, how's he supposed to get it? How's he supposed to get it? And I got to ask all the people that thought Aljamain Sterling was a coward in the first fight when he fought PENA. Have any of you ever been kneed in the top of the head? I'm talking about like with a knee. I know I've been elbowed in my head. Let me tell you, that don't feel good. So can you imagine getting in the face, flush with a knee? You'll think what you say if that happened to you. You will rethink what you think after being caught in the center of your face, right above the bridge of your nose. That's what it is. What it is. But, hey, I want Aljamain Sterling to win this fight. Okay, hands down, I want Aljamain to win. But, however, I just believe that Henry Cejudo, he's a much better technician, okay? He has much, much better fight IQ. Henry Cejudo don't make a lot of mistakes in the octagon. And you notice when he got beat by Demetrius Johnson the first time, he got beat by DJ the first time. Then this guy went into his laboratory. And this man made a lot of adjustments. Zaman, my audio quality is top notch. Well, I'm on the road, Zaman. I got something called a job. Something you know nothing about. Come on, Zaman. That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay? That was a good one, Zaman. You come on, you know this. Alright, but anyway. Alright, let's talk about other parts of this. I got Henry Cejudo winning this fight. Okay? And because of the reasons that I stated. I just think Henry Cejudo is a better technician. Okay? I think Henry Cejudo, you can thank me, okay, for the King Cejudo. Because you remember, man, when I started calling him King Cejudo, King Henry, y'all know what he started doing then? He started making Instagram posts talking about, oh, I'm watching my kingdom. I'm looking outside at my kingdom. See, he would do the little Burger King gesture, but he never like started saying King Henry Cejudo. I started saying King Henry Cejudo. See, I already know. Little do you know. Even my channel, I've had fighters for years watch my channel because they can't stand me. Oh, I want to know what that guy's going to say. I want to know what he's going to say. Henry CEJUDO stole that from me, man. Yeah, you know, all Jermaine don't work hard, but I can't say that Henry CEJUDO don't work hard. See what I'm saying, George? I have to be non-biased when it comes to who do I think gonna win the fight. Okay? When it comes to me predicting fights, I am extremely non-biased. And to the point where you can't even tell it's me, Coach Shelton Harrison, that never been able to back. You can't tell it's me. But I'm extremely non-biased when it comes to, you know, when I got to predict the fight. Because I have to look at all the tangibles. Because some people even listen to my channel. A lot of people listen to my channel. They do. And some people will go with me on fights that I pick. I had one guy told me, Coach, I made $500, man, because of you. You know, you helped me make a pick. So I'm very non-biased. Very non-biased. When I am in the realm of when I got to pick a fight, okay, for a fight to happen. So I don't waver on that. I don't waver on, you know, I'm unwavering when it comes to being unbiased when it comes to picking fights. Okay? It's just what it is. Just what it is. I'm non-biased, very non-biased. Now here's the thing too, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing. What am I saying? Okay. Aljamain Sterling also has a great equalizer, and he's got that second gear to explode on you in the fight. That's one thing that Aljo has that Henry don't have. And he's got fight-ending power, fight-ending technique, okay? I think Aljamain Sterling got better jiu-jitsu, okay? I think Aljamain Sterling's jiu-jitsu is better than Henry CEJUDO. Henry CEJUDO relies too much on his wrestling for my taste. If I were, like, let's say if I didn't know anything about Henry CEJUDO, and if I watched him fight, I would definitely believe that, you know, he relies too much on wrestling. Too much on his wrestling. That's just my view. I think Aljo will do a better job of trying to mix it up, but I do believe that Aljo has much better jiu-jitsu. Okay, and that could be a role. That could be a factor. That could be a factor in this whole thing, the way this fight plays out. Okay, I'm just telling you, that could be a factor. All right, let's continue. Let's move on to the other part of the program. Okay. Okay, Jessica Andrade. Jessica Andrade is fighting Yan Xiaonan. Woo, buddy. I think Jessica, we've said this about Jessica for damn near 5 to 7 years. Jessica Andrade has all the athleticism in the world. Jessica Andrade got one hitter quitter power. Jessica Andrade isn't very technical. Now, can I really say that Jessica has improved over time? A little bit. But whenever Jessica gets hit, you begin to see Jessica Andrade start reverting back to the caveman tactics, like trying to swing for the fences, trying to just knock you out with one shot and just hope that it lands. Like, you don't see Jessica Andrade trying to technically set up those right hands. You don't see it. And Jessica, this is going to be a battle of who's the best brawler, okay? Jessica Andrade is a very good brawler. So is Yan Xiaonan, okay? And I think Yan Xiaonan is going to be a little bit more accepting for a brawl. But she's going to tolerate actually trying to brawl with Jessica Andrade. I think that this is going to be bad for Yan Xiaonan if it comes to a battle of brawling, okay? I give Jessica the edge. The only person that I've ever seen out-brawl Jessica Andrade was Jean Valet. That's the only person I ever seen it. And I think, too, they were at strawweight. I think Jessica and Yan, I think they are fighting at strawweight, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all let me know in the comment section, okay? If Jessica and Yan are fighting, I think they are fighting at a strawweight. Now, here go the thing, though. I give Yan a better chance at strawweight. I give her a better chance because Jessica was knocked out trying to brawl at strawweight. And Yan Xiaonan has a very similar style to Jean Valet. They brawl. Okay, like, you can't get in there with master brawlers and think you're going to survive. I think Jessica is a better brawler. Jessica got more power. Yan Xiaonan is faster. Okay? If Yan Xiaonan get caught by Jessica and they're trying to brawl, it's night-night. And, Jessica, to me, as of late, just hadn't looked too well. I mean, she went in there and got her ass whooped by Aaron Blanchfield. Now, Jessica will have you think that, oh, well, I just, well, in this case, guys, I didn't have enough time to prepare for a camp. I didn't do this. Well, Aaron Blanchfield didn't either. It was a short notice fight. Aaron Blanchfield was trying to prepare for Tyler Santos. So, miss me with the excuse. Aaron Blanchfield didn't have a lot of time to prepare for you. Okay? You both had ample amounts of time. Okay? I just think that we're seeing just all the bad stuff happen now to Jessica because there's so many holes in your game. And the more that you fight in this game and the more that the holes in your game persist, the more that other fighters are going to take advantage of the holes in your game. And they're going to find a way to defeat you. And this is what's starting to happen to one Jessica Andrade. Okay? I've been heavily critical of Jessica over years. Jessica has not been the smartest cookie in the cookie box. Just not been very smart. Jessica doing dumb things like, Jessica got robbed, kind of, bling bling. But she got her ass robbed in Brazil. And it's almost like you know better than to walk around Brazil, and especially where she's from, and, you trying to, stunt and bring and bling bling. Well, she got a dumb ass robbed. Okay? Then Jessica stays with the same camp. Stays with that same camp. The camp hasn't been really showing Jessica a lot of stuff. And Jessica, to me, has stayed very stagnant. Okay? Stagnant. Oh, hold on, George. Miranda Maverick miss weight. George, you already know what I'm finna say. George, you know what I'm finna say. I want George Page to tell it though. I need George Page to tell it. George Page knows exactly what I'm finna say. He knows. I promise you, George Page knows. George Page knows what I'm about to say about Miranda Maverick missing weight. This guy knows. If George Page knows what I'm thinking, if anybody knows, it's one George Page Sr. He knows exactly what I'm going to say about Maverick missing his weight. He knows. Okay? And I'm going to wait for George Page to just go ahead and make that comment. And then I'm going to pin the comment. I know he knows. Because I know why Miranda missed. I've been telling y'all this for a couple of years about Miranda. Oh, okay. All right, George. Okay. All right. Gotcha. You know, George. Man, look. Miranda getting it down. George. Miranda getting it. Hey, Miranda getting it in. She getting it in. And George, I'm going to be up front with you, man. Let's just say Miranda moving different these days. She don't look so tight. Okay? She don't look so stuck up. Miranda moving different these days, George. Very different. And I'm telling you, for a female, boy, they could be dangerous. Yeah, but anyway. Okay, let's get back to Andrade. Okay? Andrade has just been an epitome of intelligence. That's sarcasm. Jessica Andrade been dumb as hell. Okay? And it's to the point where you got to start thinking like, okay, hey. Yeah, George. I'm telling you, don't be surprised. Yep, don't be surprised. She about to. Like, and I ain't picking on Miranda, man. She just, I don't know, man. Like, it's almost like, man, she think that, I ain't gonna say it. But anyway, Jessica, back to this clown Jessica Andrade, okay? Jessica really, truly believes, well, I don't know, Jessica, I think she just want to make some more money, get those Brazilian reels, okay? And then I think Jessica just want to, step out of the game, get enough money, live happily ever after in Brazil. It just don't seem like Jessica Andrade is doing. Like, she's made no effort to really want to evolve to the point to where she's solid on the feet. Now, I got to give it to you, Jessica, she can wrestle, and her jiu-jitsu is not bad. But it's like you kind of feel cheated watching Jessica because those are the parts of her game that she just won't acknowledge. Like, folks, it's crazy. Those are the parts of her game that Jessica just won't acknowledge. Like, she won't acknowledge to a point you thinking, okay, damn, Jessica. Like, you can tell if Jessica. I'll take it back. I've seen Jessica pop a jab here and there. I've seen her do it. Okay, I've seen Jessica Andrade pop the jab here and there. I've seen her do it a few times, and I got to say, it looks good. It looks very, very good. But that's it. That's all you've seen out of Jessica Andrade. You've seen nothing else. You've seen nothing else out of Jessica Andrade. Jessica, when she gets hit, she goes crazy, caveman crazy. Okay? What's up, Genesis Green? Well, that's my baby right there. Genesis, I got to call you too. That's my baby. Love me some Genesis Green. I'm on the road, Genesis. I'm on the road. Yep. Yeah, you know what though? I heard that Jessica was doing really, really well on OnlyFans. Like, I heard she was making some money. And Jessica just, she got off of it. But I heard Jessica was making like what? I heard in American money, I heard Jessica Andrade was making like $12,000 a month on OnlyFans. And in Brazil, that's almost like $60,000 a month. The Brazilian real American dollar go far in Brazil. But that's what I heard. I heard she was making damn near $12,000 a month on OnlyFans. Like crazy how much money you can get on OnlyFans if you're a female. Sarge, you ain't got an OnlyFans, but Sarge ain't taking clothes off. Sarge is doing like fight breakdowns and giving like drills and skills. But Sarge don't have a lot of people on that, man. Ain't nobody following that, man. And everybody know the story with OnlyFans. Everybody and their mama know what OnlyFans is about. Okay, let's not get it twisted. Let's not try to hide it. We know what OnlyFans is about. Okay, we all do. Every last person under God's hot sun knows that people are not subscribing to OnlyFans because they got good kitty content. No, not even. Okay, people ain't doing OnlyFans for the kids shows there. Nope. Yeah. 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 I mean, Jessica, I don't know, man. Some people find that, I don't know. When Jessica was more ladylike, to me, she was more attractive. And I'm not saying that, hey, whatever she is, I'm not saying that that's, whatever. It's whatever she want to be. Okay. To me, my preference. Okay. Not anybody else. My own preference. To me, she was more attractive when she was ladylike. When she had the longer hair and just, looked a little bit more feminine. That's my preference. Mine. Okay? Yeah. But, hey, it is what it is. Woo, buddy. Tell you what, man. Just like, man, it get hot in the car. Your body heat just take over. It gets hotter. Good grief. Just wonder, man. It's hotter. Got, frost, but it seems like that ain't working. Careful when you buy a new whip. Careful when you buy a new whip, y'all. That's all I got to tell y'all. Yeah, I mean, we know what OnlyFans is for. But guys, who am I picking? Part of me, I really want to pick Jessica, man. But after her performance against Blanchfield, I might have to pick Ann. Okay? Genesis, I think Ann might win this, okay? Jessica has not looked good of late. She just looks sloppy as hell. And after the Aaron Blanchfield performance, I don't know. I don't think she made Aaron Blanchfield look like a world beater, okay? And I don't think Erin Blanchfield a world beater. I don't think Blanchfield is a world beater. She made Blanchfield look like a world beater because Jessica Andrade make too many damn mistakes. She just make a lot of stupid and goofy mistakes. I hate to say it, I got Yin Janet. I think Jessica's time is coming to a close. If Jessica Andrade win this fight, I'll be shocked. If Jessica, shit. If Jessica Andrade win this fight, I'll be hella shocked. I'll be hella shocked. It is what it is. Okay? Genesis said maybe she has always been sloppy. And Erin ain't no world beater. She had a horrible name. Yeah, Jessica just didn't do anything right, Genesis. It's just she looked like she just didn't know what an octagon was. Like literally. Jessica looked as if she had no idea what the hell an octagon was. None. None whatsoever. It's just crazy. I didn't think Erin Blanchfield was a world beater. I didn't even think Erin Blanchfield looked particularly that good during this fight. To be honest, I don't think Erin Blanchfield looked overly impressive. I think Erin Blanchfield went in there and did what she was supposed to do. Yeah, Jessica to me is not the smartest person, y'all. I don't know. I just feel like Jessica is not a very, very smart person. She's just not that smart. And it shows. Okay? I don't think Jessica's that smart. I think Jessica is fairly dumb. I think she's fairly, fairly dumb. Okay? Fairly dumb. But it is how Jessica is. It is how Jessica is. Damn, y'all. Let's talk about the other part of this telecast. Let's see, what's next? Damn. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about this heavy. Okay, so Jake Paul. So Jake Paul has come up with a fighters league. And I like this because a lot of fighters have been on undercards and even fought Jake Paul, and they have made some of the biggest paydays of their life. Jake Paul has been leading the charge against Dana White about how these fighters aren't getting paid, how these fighters are being undervalued, for their service. Jake Paul got Tyron Woodley paid twice. He got Anderson Silva paid, and Jake Paul just recently got Tommy Fury got him paid. And Tommy Fury wasn't an MMA fighter, but still, these people are getting Jake Paul paid. Amanda Serrano, was like real happy with the money she made fighting on a Jake Paul undercard. A lot of these fighters, they fight with Jake to get paid, and Jake is coming off like, look, you need to get paid. Now, you can call Jake Paul obnoxious, you can call him just an idiot, a bonehead, but you can't really disagree to the point. Is Jake Paul saying anything that's not true? Like, that's what I got to ask. Is he saying anything that's not true? Okay? I don't think Jake Paul is saying anything untrue. I think Jake Paul is telling the absolute truth. I think he is. These people and Jake Paul want to see fighters paid. At first, I thought he was just doing it to just, get some more clout. But then I started thinking Jake Paul has a bigger audience than Dana White. Jake Paul is more popular than Dana White. So, I don't know, how would a feud with Dana White make him more popular? He's already popular. He's very popular. I think Jake Paul genuinely cares about fighter pay. And you even seen it, man. He gave, I forgot who he gave, somebody $5,000. Oh, he gave Sarah Alpar, he gave her $5,000 to help with training camp. He gave Sarah Alpar $5,000 to help her with training camp. And guys, all the stuff that fighters do in camp, the only thing that the UFC, they're responsible for, pretty much the drug testing, and basically what you're making in your contract, that's it. Everything else you're responsible for. They pay for your flights. Of course, they should. They pay for your team, whoever you got. They pay for them to get there. That's it. They pay for your hotel. That's it. Everything else, as a fighter, you're responsible for that. Oh, okay. See, I thought it was 5K. I thought it was reported first 5. Okay. Well, then if he gave her 25K, that's even better. But Jake Paul been on Dana White helmet, man. He been on Dana White helmet for a long ass time, and this man isn't letting up off Dana White's ass. He's staying on Dana White for as long as he can. I think Jake Paul is accurate in what he's saying about Dana White. I think he's accurate as hell. The problem is, man, with Dana White, okay? The problem is with Dana White is that Dana will argue with you and tell you, hey, we pay more than anybody. We pay more. These fighters make more here than they can go anywhere else. And while that might be a factual statement, it might be factual. But what do you bring in? What do you bring in? Like, guys, would you love to see the books? Like, would you love to see how much, the UFC actually brings in? Like, would you? They bring in, you got to understand. I mean, you can almost estimate, get to a point, okay? Number one, they still got the $175 million crypto deal, okay? Remember, they still got that. They got the Venom deal that's bringing in money. That they do have fighter payouts, but they don't pay a whole lot to the fighters. The UFC get most of that bag, okay? They got the Venom deal. They got the Monster Energy deal, okay? Which, of course, fighters used to put those sponsors on their uniforms. And guess what? The fighters can't do that anymore. Everything you wear it's got to have crypto and Venom on it, okay? They got all of that, man. They got all these deals in place. They got the Venom deal. They got the crypto deal, okay? They got the Monster Energy deal. They got the 5G. They got the T-Mobile 5G data. They got that. They got that deal. They have all these deals in place where the UFC is going to be the one that benefits, but the fighters really don't get a lot of benefit out of that. They really don't get much at all. It's what it is. The fighters don't get a lot of this. It sucks. Sucks for the fighters. Sucks for the fighters. The fighters can't get it. They can't get what they're supposed to get. The fighters can't get it. Okay? It's just what it is. Okay, they go to homie James Hanley up in the building. The fighters can't get that. They can't get what they want. Isn't that something? Okay? And then they got a lot of sponsors, man. They got the Toyo tires. They get money on Toyo tires. Like, they got the Toyo tire sponsor. Like, crazy, y'all. Guys, and I'm gonna do a look. These are the ones I know off the top of my head. I'm gonna do a lookup, and I'm gonna see how many sponsors do the UFC actually have. I'm gonna look to see how many damn sponsors do the UFC actually have. And I know them before. Those are the ones I know off the top of my head. Oh, Modelo. Okay, Conor McGregor's Proper 12. Like, that's crazy. Man, these fighters, they getting robbed, man. And, Jake Paul was saying, my fighters league is going to make it so that the fighters can actually get what they deserve, the sponsorships, okay, the deals, the commercials, everything. Like, even if you do anything, you got any outside ventures outside the UFC, you know that the UFC, they get a hand in it. They get a hand in it. If you want to go do a movie, the UFC, they got a hand in it. You're going to have to pay them. You're going to have to pay them. Like, they are going to have their hand in a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's right. Like, if you make a bag and you get some money, and if it's outside of them, they can sue you. Okay? They can, take you to court. They can do whatever. Marcus Bell, what's up, man? I'm early today. They can take you to court. And the UFC, they don't have a problem. They don't have a problem with trying to, get you to say, hey, I own you, boy. I own you. You don't do anything until I tell you to. Now, y'all want to hear from slave contracts? Them slave contracts. But, young fighters, they take it because they don't know their worth. And they don't understand that they're a hot prospect talent. They don't get it. Because most of these fighters, they just want to get their foot in the door. That's it. The majority of these fighters, they want to get into UFC, and they'll take a risk. They'll go behind on their mortgage payments, or they'll sleep in their cars for a little bit until they can fight and win and make the big bucks. That's what they do. That's what they do. You kind of feel bad for some of these young fighters, man, because they sacrifice so much. And then once they get there, this is the thing, once they get to the big time, then a lot of young fighters begin to wake up. And they really begin to see what the UFC for what it is. They begin to see it like, yo, wait a minute. The UFC, they're making a bag off me. Like, they're making a lot of money off my name. And I can't even get, more than 1% of that. Conor McGregor, he kind of figured that out, man. Like, it's like, yo, wait a minute. They finna do over 1 million pay-per-view buys because I get in there. The UFC finna make some $150 million off my name. But they gonna give me a base pay of $3 million. Guys, does that make sense? Does it make sense? Now, of course, Conor McGregor also made some pay-per-view money and all that stuff to make the pay come out to be more than that. But base pay, like seriously, contract, $3 million. That's what he made. And the UFC made over $150 million when he fights. Every time this man get on a card, the UFC gonna make over $100 million every time. They're gonna make money on it. How does that work? How does that work? How does it work? It's crazy. And at one point, Conor McGregor was talking about, hey, they need to give me a part of the company. Give me some shares. It's time. It's time for me to get my part in the company. It's time. It's time for me to take my rightful share of the company. And of course, the UFC didn't do that. They didn't do it. They didn't give him anything. And Conor McGregor now, his body, the man, Conor McGregor was a fool. He was a fool. This guy abused his body. This guy just did a whole lot of stuff. The drugs, the drinking, all that stuff, man. You can't do all that stuff and be a fighter and then think that your body will hold out. And this man body weak now, man. He can't. Even if he tried to come back and make a full return to fight, it's not going to be a great thing for this guy. It's just not going to be huge. I don't think so. I think he need to be either or start a he need to do something. Just get out of fight, man, because every time he get in a fight, the guy gets brutally hurt, gets brutally knocked out, getting his ass whooped, broke his whole fibula, leg, or whatever. Broke all that. And then have the nerve still trying to get him to fight somebody. Man, sit your ass down. But yeah, I agree with what Jake Paul is doing. I see what Jake Paul is saying. Jake don't have to be your cup of tea. Okay, Jake Paul does not have to be your cup of tea. He don't have to be anybody's cup of tea. Jake Paul is that dude. Jake Paul. Dana White don't own Jake Paul. They don't own. They worry about his contract. Jake Paul don't have to worry about that. He has to worry about Dana White. Jake Paul don't have to do any of that. He don't have to worry. Because Jake Paul still making money with Anyway, I'm hitting bad. I'm experiencing bad signal. I'm in the mountains. Woo, I'm in the mountains. My gosh. I'm in the mountains. Yeah, I don't dislike Jake Paul. I don't really dislike him. As long as he ain't saying that racist, I don't really care. I don't dislike the guy. I don't dislike him at all. I think that he's a bit obnoxious and he's a bit, beside himself and thinks highly of himself too much. But I don't dislike the guy. I think what he's trying to do is admirable. I mean, get fighters paid. See, Jake being a Disney star and then actually training and getting into the ring himself, Jake Paul has a different outlook on fighting now. It's different because now he understands, like, yo, these fighters are going in there, they're putting their lives on the line. These guys are getting brutalized, in sparring. They're getting brutalized in the ring for what? For little pay. And shit, I wish Jake Paul go in on Scott Coker. I wish Jake Paul go in on Scott Coker because what Scott Coker is doing to the guys at Bellator, man, it's appalling. Like you're looking at people with fight purses like $5,000, 5 to win, 5 to show, and it's like, what the? Are you serious? Like, come on, man. At least Dana White. At least Dana White will give the give 10 grand. At least he'll give him 10 grand to show and 10 to win, which ain't a hell of a lot of money because after taxes, I don't know, that 10 grand becomes $6,700. That's after taxes. Then you got to pay everybody else. So a fight purse of 10 grand, a fighter will keep maybe, if you're lucky, half of that. If a fighter has a fight purse of about 10 grand, he's lucky to keep half. Yeah, so when y'all be saying, oh, this fighter made $1 million. They made 4,500,000. That's what they keep. And y'all remember, moreover, Misha Tate was like, yo, I got this fight purse of $98,000 and I only put $3,000 in my bank account. Misha Tate did some extra stuff. But, it's kind of like, okay, everything is on the fighter. The UFC, they have the money, man. They could actually pay fighters more, pay them an additional 10 grand for camp, and still would have enough money, man, to do all the stuff that they do day to day. They would have an overflow of that. But hey, it's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is. We see. Yeah, and unfortunately, Marcus and George and Genesis, the UFC, for a long time, they just been doing this forever. And so Dana White is a mastermind. See, Dana White as a business model is actually pretty good. As a business model, Dana White will always be successful, no matter what Dana White does. Because Dana White, he kind of he knows what's up. Dana White as a business model will always be successful. And I would tell you, hey, run your mind. That's why when the UFC sold the company, they kept Dana White. They kept Dana White board. They kept Dana White because this guy isn't going to let the inmates run the asylum. This man not going to let the inmates run the asylum. That's why people like Scott Coker, they lose money every year. Because Scott Coker, he wants to be fighter friendly all the time, and that don't work. Scott Coker running Bellator into the damn ground. Like Scott Coker has literally ran it into the ground. And it's not because Scott's not a nice guy. It's just Scott don't have the business that Dana do. Like Dana you got to pay him something, but you can't give him no back. He pay his top fighters, he give them what they want. His lower tier fighters, man, look, when I seen one fighter on his card made $1,500 to take that beating, I said, damn. Ava Knight made $3 grand. I said, damn. What? That's why Scott Coker, I guess to be a promoter, it must be hella difficult, okay? It must be difficult. I'm starting to see the business part of MMA now that I sponsor a few fighters. that I sponsor some fighters like Toledo Bernardo. They're giving me an education on the business side of fighting. Some things I just didn't know about. Things that, you have to be abreast of in order, to actually be successful. And I'm sitting here like, you know what, folks, this is crazy. It's crazy. This is crazy how a fight promotion can go under at the blink of an eye. Like, seriously, and some of these fight promotions, like Toledo, it's part of one, and it's like, damn, the fight promotion really and truly can be gone in the blink of an eye. Like, their money troubles are so bad. Now, they have one good card, the fight promotion lives to eat for another couple of months. They have a lot of attendance, the fight promotion can live to eat for a couple more months. For real. That's what it is. But Scott Coker, I don't know, his model is flawed. He's failing. Scott Coker's failing. He's failing miserably. And, who do you have to blame for that, man? Come on. I mean, it's not the fighters. I mean, the fighters, some of them want to be paid. Now, I get it. You got some brand new fighter, and you don't pay them a whole lot. And, yeah, we're not expecting, okay, Scott, maybe they can't match the UFC's fight person. I get it. But to pay a person $1,500 to go in there and get that, dude, come on. $5,000 maybe, okay, yeah, that's not a lot of money. But guess what? It's enough to kind of keep the fighter afloat for a couple of months. But then, too, that fighter, he or she, they ain't gonna fight that often. Shit, they get that $5,000 done. They done for at least 6 to 7, 8 months. You don't see them again. I will say at least Dana, they will keep you fighting. Okay? At least Dana, they keep you fighting. They keep you fighting. I'll give Dana White credit on that. If they gonna pay you 10 and 10, damn it, they gonna get them 3 fights out of you. And they're gonna schedule and book you to fight as much as they can. But Scott Coker don't do that, man. When the last time y'all seen Denise Killhouse suit up? When is Denise Killhouse making a return? Has Ava Knight ever been back yet? They got Julia Budd out. Okay, they got her out of there. For whatever reason, I don't know. Don't understand that. Okay, they got Olga Rubin out of there. I mean, where she took a body shot and lost, was in a title fight. Olga Rubin was doing hella good. They got Olga out. Don't know why. Olga, one of your better stars. And then you bring in these old mofos. Like, do y'all understand, like, the damn insanity of Scott Coker? Y'all get it. Like, how the fuck do you get Olga Rubin out, who was a title contender? How the hell? I don't know, unless something happened that's beyond repair. I don't know. But why does Olga go? Why does she have to go? And then you kept Big Country in there for damn near, a decade. You kept this undisciplined mofo in there for a long time because he had a UFC credibility. Man, come on. Come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Don't know. Don't understand the lunacy of Scott Coker. I don't get it. Maybe at one point, I don't know. Maybe at one point Scott was a better promoter than he was, but I don't know. I think somebody else need to run the ring in Bellator. Because the younger you are in Bellator, if you're a beginning fighter, you can't succeed. Like Cobra Kai Bennett, she gone. Okay, Cobra Kai Bennett had those 3 fights, and the fights were so damn spread out. The fights were spread out. They were so damn spread out. She was fighting like once a damn year. And it's like, okay, how do you try to build a career as a fighter and you in your early 20s, but you fight once a year? Young 20-something-year-old fighters need to be fighting 4 times a year. 4 to 5 times max they need to be fighting. Because their body can handle it. You 19 and 20 years old, you need to be fighting 4 to 5 times a year. But Jake Paul, I think he's got it. I think Jake Paul owns something. That's my personal view. I think Jake Paul is owning something special. I think he is. I think Jake Paul is really special. Yeah, we ain't seen Kate Jackson since Denise Killhouse knocked her ass out. I don't know, man. It's just I don't. I've had my. I don't like Bellator. Just ran out of fights, I think, for Bellator, and I don't know. She ain't making no immediate return to Bellator, not that I'm aware of. Oh no, no, no. Chris Cyborg did say she had some fights coming up. You have Chris Cyborg active, okay? You gotta have damn Pitbull. You gotta have him active. You gotta have AJ McKee active because they're your stars. That's it. You see them consistently, but everybody else, you don't see them no more. And it sucks. In Bellator, the younger you are, then the less likely you are you're gonna have to fight. Yeah, yeah, George. Scott Cole was and $5 grand, and this woman bringing you viewership. Valerie Lareda bringing you viewership. Folks don't get it. Get it. Valerie Lareda bringing you viewership. Well, guess who saw her potential? McMahon got it. McMahon in the WWE. Guess who got it? Guess who it registered with? Vince McMahon and the WWE. That's who it registered with. With them. They got it. They figured it out. They knew that she's much more valuable. Scott Coker had a lot of fighters slip through his damn fingers. Scott Coker's an idiot. I'm sorry, when it comes to this promotional game, the man's an idiot. Nice guy. But when it comes to, like building fighters, Scott Coker don't know how to do it. He don't know how to do it. Nope. Nope. And a lot of fighters I've interviewed back in the past, they said, man, they happy. I want to see now. I would beg to differ. I would beg to differ. I bet you that ain't happy now. That's not happiness when you can't pay your mortgage. It's not happiness when you can't pay your car note. That's not happiness when you can't afford to buy groceries. That's not happiness. Tell me all day. My first interview with Janae Hollowpoint Hardy, hell, Janae was working at what? Whataburger over there in Australia? Thinking to myself, man, Janae Hart, I would take you, girl, we'd be modeling, we'd be doing all kind of stuff. Like, what the hell is your manager? Man, look, me and Janae Hollowpoint Hardy, boy, we could have made some money together. We'd have made some money. I would have definitely utilized Janae's beauty and her physique. Me and Hollow Point would have made us some good money. We'd have made some great money. Guaranteed, me and Hollow Point would have made that money. Telling me and Hollow Point Hardy would have made some money, man. Smart as she is, and she's a decent fighter. Hollow Point. This is what we're gonna do. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he could have pushed it. But you know what the WWE gonna do? They gonna do it. They're gonna immediately see that this girl is beautiful, she's attractive, and she athletic and she talented. So the WWE, they're gonna see all of that, and they're gonna look, they're gonna get this girl, they're gonna push this girl as hard as they can push. That's what they're gonna do. When they saw Bianca Blair, former track standout, and Bianca Blair, man, that girl could run. Bianca Blair could run. Okay, she was probably one of the fastest 100-meter sprinters in the country coming out of high school. And the WWE saw that Bianca Blair was beautiful. She was athletic. Guess what they did? They gave her a WWE contract, just like that. It's like, I don't know, like you see the WWE, they recognize the talent, but you got Scott Coker who's been around the business for damn near 3 decades and don't even understand how to use the talent that he got. That's the part that really gets me. How to use the talent that he got, that he possesses. Scott Coker, man. You gotta be dumb. I'm like, damn, how could a man with so much experience just like not be all there when it comes to managing fighters? Like not all together. I don't know. I don't know. You been there for over an hour. Yeah, now George. For that match, it almost let me see. Other part of the telecast. Okay. Well, guys, we got a lot of folks seem to be writing off Valentina Shevchenko. A lot of folks appear to be writing Valentina off. This is funny, man. I'm laughing at this because so many people was on Valentina overs. So many people. And now Valentina takes a loss, which if you're a fighter, you do. Okay? Every fighter takes a loss. Don't matter if you fight long enough, somebody gonna beat you. I don't care who you are. If you fight long enough, you will lose. That's just what it is. Okay? And she lost to the young Alexa Grasso. She lost to Alexa. Now we never saw it coming. None of us saw it coming, but it happened. Okay? So many people have jumped off the Valentina bandwagon. Crazy. Crazy. But but, the rematch is gonna happen. I guess the UFC they're trying to book the fight. They're trying to figure out a way to book this fight. And I think the UFC need to, let's go ahead and get the fight booked. Valentina has pretty much already begun training for this fight. She's already, pretty much doing what she needs to do to try to prepare. Um, I have I have pretty much made my comments verbal about what I think Valentina should do. I do think that Valentina needs to box more with Alexa Grasso. And I think Valentina needs to be sparring a lot of seasoned boxers. And spar some of these boxers over here who got success. Try to get the best. Alicia Bumgarner would spar you for $3,000 a week. She would do that. That's extra money in the bag. Alicia Bumgarner would do that. You tell Alicia Bumgarner, hey, I'll pay you $3,000 a week. Spar with me for my 8-week camp. Bumgarner would do that. Okay, $25,000 in 2 months. Alicia Bumgarner would do that. Who would do that? Who wouldn't do that? I mean, it's crazy. Who would not do that? Many people would go do that. Hell, I would. $3,000 a week, and maybe even more. I mean, Valentina, she can afford it, man. Well, he'll pay Alicia Bumgarner $30,000 for 8 weeks. It don't matter, but pay her. Pay somebody who's an exceptional boxer. Pay that person, and get in there, and let's get in a lot of rounds with a boxer. Let's get a lot of rounds. Okay, let's get a multitude of rounds for a boxer. It's gonna be okay. It's not that difficult. I think Valentina needs to go ahead and do it and just do it. During the training and travel, and we used to use athletic as American boxers. You know, like actually have to stick and move. They understand Valentina boxing. Yeah, but anyway, the Mexican boxers, they're closest to American boxers. Okay, some of them do. Some of them are slick fighters. Some are slick, but the majority of them are they're brawlers. But at least if she can box with a Clarissa Shields, box with Bumgarner, Amanda Serrano, they can teach her some tricks of the trade. They can teach her a lot of tricks of the trade, and I think that she would benefit from that. But don't box these Russian boxers. Don't box these guys. Now, okay, scratch it. Okay, if she can get in there and get some rounds with Vasily Lomachenko, now Vasily Lomachenko would be a good sparring partner. Okay, like Vasily is a very slick fighter, one of the best boxers in the world. Yes, get in there with Vasily Lomachenko. They're about the same size, and he ain't gonna try to get in there and knock her out. Vasily ain't gonna try to do that. He'll get in there. He'll give Valentina some good work. He'll give her some great work, and it'll be somebody she'd probably be a little bit more comfortable with. From her region of the world, and they get in there and get some good work. I think that's what needs to happen. That's just me. I think they need to get in there. Yeah, George, I say the same thing. I think Val does need to do a little bit of road work. I don't think it'll hurt her. I think it'll help what she's trying to do. I think Valentina needs to do road work, need to do some lightweight training to get into the group. I've said that for a long time. Me and Roger, now we vehemently disagreed. Me and Roger, we vehemently disagreed on that aspect. Roger believes, Pavel believes that you get all your strength training from training. You get all your strength training from what you do outside. I mean, in actual gym training. I disagree. I think that things like swimming, I think that those play a role and a part in helping you get your lung capacity up. Okay, I think that Valentina Shevchenko would definitely benefit from that type of training. I think she would benefit from that style of training, and I think it'll work for her. I think it'll work. That's what it is. That's what it is. Man, getting close to my destination, ladies and gentlemen. Almost there, but there. Oh, hush, bud. Oh my goodness. I've never liked being in the mountains. I like to walk on mountain trails. Never like being in the mountains. But if you ever go hiking, bring some bear spray with you, y'all. Get some bear spray. I'm gonna tell you this. Get you some bear spray. That stuff saved my life. Yep. The coach encountered a bear. And he approached me. He didn't charge at me, but he approached me. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, shh. But it's gonna be over. I pulled out my canister of bear spray, kind of came at me. Then he started growling, started getting loud. I sprayed the hell out of him, put it in his eyes, and Joker ran off. The bear ran. Yeah, swimming is good. Swimming is good. Swimming is good. Yeah. Okay, Juliana Pena, boy, she is a heavy underdog for this fight versus Nunes. I'm about to end with this, okay? She's a heavy underdog. I'm sitting there thinking, damn, let me go ahead and bet $50 on Juliana Pena. That's what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna bet $50 on Juliana Pena. Um, I mean, guys, it's almost like why, why even get in there to fight, man? Like, for real. Juliana Pena is a heavy underdog. She's supposed to go in there and take the most vicious ass with this time, according to these odds. Buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna bet on Juliana Pena. I'm gonna see if I can win some money. I think the odds are like what, 1 to like 1,500, something ridiculous, man. 1 to 1,500. Like, damn, yo. Those are some odds for your ass, ain't it? Jesus. 1 to 1,500. Are you serious? It's insane. Insane. Julie Pena, she might get the ass whooping of a lifetime, or she might get the victory of a lifetime. Now, if she win the belt again, I'm gonna be pissed if she give Amanda an immediate rematch. I'm gonna be real mad. If she gives Amanda Nunes an immediate rematch, I'm gonna be ultra upset. Please don't give her no more rematches. Make her earn it. Make Nunes earn her rematch, please. That's all I ask. Okay? I don't ask nothing more. Just please make Amanda Nunes earn the rematch. Don't just give it to her because she was such a dominant champion. Don't do that. Okay? Just make Amanda Nunes earn her damn rematch. That's all I ask. Okay? That's all I ask. And then other than that, we good to go. Other than that, we good to go. Because I'm finna be